welcome to my coffee break. Today I'm at the Porter Box, and during the daytime they're a coffee shop, and they're also an ice house where you can come and have an adult beverage in the evening time. So I'm sitting in there. They have like a courtyard where you can sit down and like picnic tables and stuff, and you hear the train. The train station is right down the road, Amtrak train station, so you might hear the train going. And yeah, this is on South Hackberry and Commerce Street, back really kind of close to downtown San Antonio, and it is close to my old high school, kind of. It's a little bit. My old high school is a little bit further down the road, but we're near the Alamodome. If you know about the Alamodome, it's a big stadium that we built like in the, I think we built it like in the 80s or something. Maybe early 2000s, something like that, maybe. But anyway, in hopes to have a NFL football team here. Hey, how are you, librarian? I haven't seen you in a while. Thank you for joining me today. The man himself. Thank you. Yeah, there's the train stations right down the road, Amtrak. And so every once in a while you might hear a train. And then there's a little bit of traffic. I'm on the east side of San Antonio, having a coffee. So I got a brown sugar cinnamon iced coffee today. It's like 62 degrees right now, Fahrenheit. I don't know what that would be in Celsius though. Oh, that's pretty good. The iced coffee is supposed to get up to 70 today. Isn't that crazy? We're in winter time and it's 70 degrees. You hear the train? It's pretty cool. But it's not 70 yet. It's cloudy today. You can see it's really cloudy in San Antonio, and yeah, you can tell there's the ice. Well, when we call an ice house here, it's not necessarily a place where you go buy ice. An ice house is like a convenience store, or maybe like a beer joint. Yeah, so yeah, I remember as a kid, my aunts lived in Kansas. They were from up north, the United States, Kansas state, and I told them I'm gonna run down to the ice house and get a soda. And they go, well, do you need to get some ice? And I go, no. Well, maybe we can get a bag of ice there, but they don't make ice there. And so it kind of, and then they go, what is a soda? And they go, oh, a pop. There they call a soda a pop. Or you can say soda pop, I guess, but. Oh, it's good. They get their coffee from Medina Roaster, and it does taste really good. Oh, the straw is textured. That's weird. I don't know if you can see it, but it's textured. ASMR librarian, how you been? I haven't seen you in a while. I know the time difference is kind of crazy, I guess. Some of my friends abroad are asleep right now because it's well, maybe not. It's probably like 11 o'clock at night where they are. It's about 9:30 here in San Antonio, Central Time. Here's a little bit of traffic going down this road. This road here is called South Hackberry. And if you follow this road down, way further down, it'll be an area where I grew up in. Area is different now. All the homes are older. And yeah. I just realized what this carpet is. I thought this was AstroTurf. And I don't know if you can see it, but it looks like real grass. And then there's a number 3 right there. I wonder if they got the Alamo Dome right up here. They recently changed the turf that they have in the field. And I wonder if this was part of their... Because I said, man, this is really cool grass here. It looks like real grass. I could tell, you know, it's, if you look up close, it's fake, you know, fake grass. Let me see if I can, let's see if you can see. You see the grass there? It's like AstroTurf. You can see buildings, old buildings. There's a lot of old houses in this area. Some that can be historic homes. You know, somebody fixed them up. But some are older and they're kind of falling apart. I don't know how the signal is. I'm not getting any notice that the signal is slow. But yeah. I'm on vacation, so I'm just a staycation, what you would call it, right? Because I'm doing chores and stuff at home. I got a little chilly because the wind. You can see the wind's blowing, right? And the air is kind of cool. I wore a short sleeve shirt today because it's supposed to get up to like 70, and usually 62 is not that bad. It feels good. But when there's a breeze, it's a little bit different. Yeah. I went to high school 40 years ago. Down the road, a little bit further past the Alamo Dome, and it's called Breckenridge High School now. But when I went there, it was called Wheatley. And the original school that was there was called Breckenridge. And I guess what happened was they tore down the main building and rebuilt it. So they decided to change it to Phillis Wheatley, which was a poet a long time ago. And then for some reason the student body decided they wanted for it to go back to Breckenridge. So they changed it back. And I drove by it, not today, but a while back, and it looks totally different. They remodeled it and made it bigger school. So it looks nice though. Pretty good. I think it's a little bit watered down, maybe because I took a little bit to set up. Just took me a little bit, and I thought I'd go out for coffee this morning and go near downtown. And I follow them, the Port Box SA. Hey, how you doing? Thank you, Tim. I am drinking a brown sugar cinnamon latte coffee. It looks like I'm at a beer joint, right? Because during the morning or afternoon, they're a coffee shop, and then in the evening time, it becomes like an ice house. What we call an ice house, but it'd be like a beer joint, I guess. So that's why it has Budweiser. Yep. So how are you? Thank you for joining me, Tim Flores. First time I've seen you, I think. Thank you for joining me today on my coffee break. I live in San Antonio and I go to different coffee shops here in San Antonio, Texas, and also surrounding areas. I've been to Bernie, I've been to Helotes, which Helotes is not very far from where I live. And I go to different coffee shops and have a coffee and talk to my friends on YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook Live. So thank you for joining me. This is the first time I've seen you. Coffee is pretty good. It doesn't have a real strong coffee taste. I think it got a little watered down by the ice melting, because it's kind of warm. Well, the breeze is cool, but it's 62, 63 degrees. It's supposed to get later on today, about 12 o'clock, it's supposed to get 70. We did have a cool front that came in, and it's not as cold as it was like, I think 3 weeks ago. We were really cold here in San Antonio. But good thing it didn't rain, because it would have made ice. And then we don't know how to drive in ice down here. Everybody drives crazy. We try to go the same speed limit and then we start sliding everywhere. Yeah, maybe I should have wore a long sleeve shirt, huh? Here in San Antonio, it can be cold and people wear shorts and a jacket. So, yeah. Oop. Some pedals, dogs. In Spanish, pedal is dog. Here's a train station. I was telling MSMR librarian that there's a train station right down the road, Amtrak. You know, they do have a train that goes from San Antonio. It's like a round trip, I think. It goes from San Antonio to Austin, and then you can come back. I would like to do that one day. Do that. That way you just take a train ride. It goes other places, but that's the shortest distance that you can go. And it would be neat to take a ride up the train, up on the train up to Austin, because it would probably be faster that way than driving to Austin. 35 north, it goes to Austin. What happened was when Austin was growing, they actually built the town around 35, and so you can't expand 35 there because the way they did it. So the traffic on 35 is very crazy. Normally when I've gone to Austin, when I come home, I stay on the access road for a while, and then I get on 35, and then it's not so bad. When you get near San Marcos and New Braunfels. Well, New Braunfels is more closer to San Antonio than Austin. How is the video? I'm not on anybody's Wi-Fi. I'm just recording just off the phone, and it sounds good. I have my mic hooked up and everything. They have Christmas lights still up on the here. We still have our Christmas decorations inside still. Waiting for the Epiphany, right? Is where the three kings. Usually we wait to that time and then we take decorations down. Yeah, I was thinking this is pretty cool. You know, here in Texas, we the heat during the summer is so bad that it really is hard to keep your grass growing. And this would be a good option, AstroTurf, because it looks really good. It's real green. At first I thought it was like a putting green grass, but it's actually fake grass, but because it's AstroTurf. I'm gonna show you. See if I can turn it around. I'll show you. You can see the number 3 right there. So this must have been. Let's see here. This must have been the Alamo Dome. There we go. You can see the number 3 over there. So this must have been AstroTurf. I mean, this is AstroTurf, but this, I wonder if this is when they changed the AstroTurf at the Alamo Dome, if they bought some and put some here. It's really cool. That is a good idea. I would buy some of this and put it in my front yard. It looks pretty cool. I wouldn't have to mow it. I wouldn't have to go outside in the hot sun and mow the grass, because it would stay like this high. And I can, if I wanted to practice my putting, I can go out there and do it too. Wow. I think I might have to go home and have another coffee, because that was pretty light. I set up, I bought a corner cabinet and at a antique store in Helotes. It was a really nice corner tablet, corner cabinet. There you go. And I put all my coffee stuff there on against the wall. And the only thing is, I'm trying to figure out a good way to, because right now the way my machine, my frother, milk frother, and my Nespresso machine is, you can see the cords, and so I'm trying to, I really am hesitant of drilling a hole in the cabinet so I can put the power cords through there, and then have like a power strip in the back to plug them in. But you know, you got an old cabinet and it looks really nice. It was painted white and still looks really nice. I got it cheaper than I would if I bought a corner cabinet somewhere else. And I got it all set up and it looks really nice, but I just got to figure out how am I going to do the power cords so they won't show. You know, it looks kind of ugly, but they, you know, have them going to the front, plug into the power strip. I saw an idea. They have this receptacle that they usually put it in like desks, and it has a power cord and it has the receptacles, and you actually, you know, cut into the desk or whatever, and you put it inside there, and it lays flush to the cabinet. And I saw that and I thought that would be something. It would look nice, not just a big old hole in the cabinet. So. What did you leave, Tim? and ASMR librarian. Are y'all still here? Let's see. I can't tell because I can't really see my screen that well. The way the sun is hitting. Well, not really, just the way the clouds are. So this is where I'm at. I'm east of downtown, and if we walk down that street right over there, we'll see the Alamo Dome, and we'll see the Hemisphere Tower. And they're getting ready to do some renovations to the Hemisphere Tower. The thing is, the Hemisphere Tower is as old as I am. It was built in the 60s, but I think I'm a little bit older than the Hemisphere Tower. But it was built in the 60s, I think 68. 1968, when they had the Hemisphere Fair here. I think it was the Texas Fair. They had the Texas Fair here, and so they built that. And they built the old arena that was there where the San Antonio Spurs played when they were in the ABA. And then they tore that down and made the convention center. But the Hemisphere Tower is still there. It has a restaurant on top of it. Then it has an observation deck where you can see the city. Oh, excuse me. And we're gonna get ready to have the XFL gonna play here in San Antonio. We're called San Antonio Brimmers. I wonder, because usually the city usually votes on that, but I think Dwayne Johnson, aka The Rock, I think he probably named all the teams, because Dwayne Johnson is the owner of the XFL. So San Antonio, we tend to get minor league football teams, but hopefully one day we have an NFL team. But I don't know. We'll have to see. I don't think the owners of the Dallas Cowboys will let us have a football team here. But yeah, well, maybe. Speaking of NFL, Damar Hamlin, I heard that he's doing a little bit better. He's the football player from the Buffalo Bills that he was tackling somebody and he had a heart attack. And so that was really scary. That was something very scary to see on live TV. And but I heard he's doing better, that he's awake. And yeah. San Antonio police officer just went by like this. Maybe he's saying, "Hey, you're okay." Could be in a rough area, but who knows? So yeah. Well, thank you everybody for joining me. I finished my coffee, and I think I'm gonna go home. It was great. Thank you very much. The barista that came out and said, "How was it?" It was great. Thank you. So thank you everybody for joining me today on my coffee break. I Appreciate it. And remember, coffee and friends make a perfect blend. So thank you very much. We'll see you next time on Ken Rod's Coffee Break. Bye, everyone.